Miller-Keystone Blood Center is active on all your favorite social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, X, and TikTok. Follow us to keep up on what's happening at your local community blood center. The following episode contains content that some may consider sensitive in nature. Listener discretion is advised.
All right, thank you for tuning in today to Your Blood.
Their Hope podcast.
With your podcasters, Lydia and
Jonathan.
Yeah. And today we have a special guest that I'm so excited to have today. It's our first interview, so she's always going to be the first in our hearts in this podcast. And today we have Sofia Groves. Hi, Sophia.
Hello.
How
Hey,
are you?
Sophia. Thank you for coming.
Yes.
Thank you for having me.
So, how you doing? And how you doing for real? Like, how do you
Yes,
feel?
I am doing very well. Looking a year or two back, I was like, but now I'm doing
it's
well.
rough.
Good.
Yes.
That's good. You look good.
Thank
from,
you.
From the videos that I seen,
Yes.
you know, a big change. A big change. God is good. I always say God is good.
God is so good, and so are blood donations.
Yes. I
Without
bet.
God, without blood, and without hope, I
There's-
wouldn't be here. So
Wow. That's
That is good.
crazy.
thank you.
So, Sophia, tell us about your story. When did you get diagnosed with lupus?
Yeah.
How was it? Like, explain it to us. Tell us your story.
It was my sophomore year of college, and I was 20 years old, and I was just feeling like a little tired. And that previous summer, I had been diagnosed with Lyme disease. I was bit by a tick, and I kind of thought maybe it was like lingering Lyme. However, I went to the doctor, got some blood work, and they found that I had some kind of autoimmune disease, and it turned out to be lupus.
Wow. So a tick, I notice a lot of people out here get bitten by ticks a lot and end up getting Lyme disease.
Yes.
Like, is it because going in the woods, or you could walk anywhere and a tick could jump on you and then...
Yeah, so ticks can be anywhere, and actually Pennsylvania is one of the biggest tick states. Connecticut and PA are literally the two most. So I was on a hike. A couple of weeks later, I saw a big bullseye rash on my knee, and they found out that I was bit by a Lyme disease tick. Yeah.
Wow, that's scary. That's why I don't
That
like going.
is-
I'm a city boy.
City boy, I love it.
I'm from Brooklyn. My origin is from Brooklyn, New York.
Yes.
So I'm not used to woods. So to hear that, there's like insects that you get that could bite you and cause like some bad infections or anything, I get scared.
I mean, we
I'm
don't
like,
want that bad juju.
Yeah,
No.
you don't expect something, and
No.
technically you don't feel them on you.
Yes.
Like, you don't even know. We could walk past through the woods,
Exactly.
and we don't even know it jumped on us.
Yeah, it's kind of like a mosquito bite. Like, you don't know until when you're scratching later on, like, I got bit.
Yes. And there actually has been a big correlation with Lyme disease and lupus or other autoimmune.
Really?
Because when you get Lyme, your body is under a lot of stress, and that causes your body to react in a certain way, whether it's lupus or whatever other autoimmune disease. It does sometimes trigger autoimmune.
Okay.
Wow.
So, like, having Lyme disease, then it's a thing where you could get an autoimmune disease,
But not
or
necessarily,
Not,
yes.
but not necessarily. But that's one of the risks that come with it. Okay.
Yes.
Now, do they think? I'm guessing they're saying that your lupus came from the Lyme disease. Is
So my dad side of the family, my dad has type 1 diabetes.
Oh,
my Aunt Michelle passed away from Lou Gehrig's disease.
Oh wow, I'm sorry to.
It's okay. I'm a big believer in God, so I know that she's in heaven. She was a really,
Amen.
really good woman. And I really do think it was probably my dad's side of the family genetics. My Latina mom, on the other hand.
Latina,
like-
Venezuela.
Exactly. They're pretty unstoppable, so.
You know, the juju is there.
The juju is there, the best
is
juju.
there. Them Goya products they helpful when
Yes.
it comes, especially grandma's remedies.
Oh, abuela.
Abuela's remedies, they use organic stuff that
Yes.
they could easily heal. Like you'd be like, dang. And I feel like sometimes we miss that. We should have wrote like a book
You're
of the
so right.
remedies to keep it going. Because sometimes we need those.
We need those.
We need those.
That's a great idea. Let's
It
do
could be a Florida water's one. They used to put Florida water over my head
Yeah.
until when I had a cold and it was gone.
Exactly.
You know, and I use that now.
Okay, amazing.
I still use that now. Lydia's probably like, dang, what up? What remedy you guys use? I know you
In the
grew up
UK.
to in the UK.
Well, no, because you keep just saying the Latinas, but it's more than just that. Like, you know, it's not just Latina.
Yes.
Like, yeah, like my mom has remedies, my dad does. And, you know, we're from the Caribbean culture. So,
Yes.
yeah, my mom's South American too.
Amazing.
Yeah.
What part?
Guyana.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Yes.
it's northeast of Brazil.
Oh, and
Yeah.
have you ever visited?
No, I haven't.
You need to.
I don't know.
The Caribbean life is so beautiful.
I
Yes.
don't know. Maybe.
I'll go
Maybe.
for you if you don't want. I mean, like, you don't have to twist my arm.
Sophia, so how old were you when you were diagnosed with lupus?
Yes, I was 20. And yeah, 20
Wow,
20 years
young.
old.
Now, that's a lot.
Yes.
For a 20-year-old.
Yeah.
At that.
I will say, I actually just talked to a chamber member whose granddaughter is 7 years old and just recently got diagnosed with lupus.
Oh,
So-
gosh.
I get that 20 is young, but some people even get diagnosed younger, although the typical age is your 20s, 30s. 20
Right.
and women, Latina, and like minorities. Yes.
All right.
It's true.
That's true because I read something and it says 9 out of 10 adults with lupus are women.
Yes.
So that's a genetic thing that women are quicker to be diagnosed.
I
And that's
know.
big. 9 out of 10, that's a big number.
That is.
That's huge.
Like
That's a
really,
big.
really big.
So they stating that the Lupus Foundation of America estimates that 1.5 million Americans and at least 5 million people worldwide have a form of lupus. That's a big number.
Oh, wow. Selena Gomez has lupus.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And she just got done with the surgery, right? Didn't she give like a kidney or something
Yes.
to a friend?
She
No, she received
She
it.
received-
She
Yeah.
received it?
a kidney from her former friend.
Yeah, because they're no longer friends.
I
now,
know.
Which is sad. But
I know. It is sad.
Wow, so how many products did you have to receive?
Yes. So I received lots of blood transfusions, plasma, platelets, and pretty much every single day that I was in the hospital, I was receiving something. I was kind of like out of it. So, you know, I just kind of, my arm was out there. They were keeping me alive.
Yeah.
But I'm not quite sure the exact number, but it was a huge number.
okay. Now, what made you why did you need to receive products from us?
Yes. So this was before COVID. I had actually just gotten back from studying abroad in España, Madrid. Better times then, but
You're a traveler, Sophia.
see.
I do love traveling. It's like
Traveling's
my
the best.
passion. I mean,
You have to do cruises.
let's do it. I'm
Yes.
Cruises
in.
are the best vacation ever.
Ah,
It's like a hotel in the ocean
yes.
that we travel all over.
I actually have never been on a cruise, so I This can be
You
on my
have to
bucket
experience.
list.
You have to.
With
I
you,
mean,
Jonathan.
what?
And Lydia.
Anytime.
Yes.
I go every February. I don't go during hurricane season.
All right. That's very smart.
February,
Right,
I
which
go
is good.
February, yeah.
Yes.
You just never know in the ocean.
Pisces season.
Yeah, pretty much. Because my sister's a Pisces. Shout out to Angel. So yeah, so how did your parents hear about Miller-Keystone?
Well, first it was what made you need to start
Yeah.
receiving the product.
Okay.
So like what ended you
Yes.
like why did you end up in the hospital and what was it where it was like you need to receive all these transfusions and do you still have to receive products from us?
Yes. So I was in college my senior year, and this was right when the world kind of shut down because COVID and whatnot. But I was not feeling well at all. And I thought to myself, maybe I have COVID, especially because I had just gotten back from Spain not too long ago.
Yeah.
So I was like, maybe I got it. So I went to the ER and I told them my symptoms. I was very fatigued. They did some blood work on me. My white blood platelets were very, very low. And they were just asking me various questions. And it kind of came back to them that I had got diagnosed with lupus my sophomore year of college. And they thought that maybe my symptoms related more to lupus as opposed to COVID. So
it's hard to diagnose what it was at that time?
it was because I think the COVID symptoms were like a high fever.
The same symptoms as
Yes.
lupus, right? And that's true because when COVID happened, it was hard to tell if you really had a sickness,
Yes.
cold, or you actually had something
A disease,
serious.
exactly.
Something going on with you.
Because the first thing they would diagnose you had COVID.
Yes.
But everything else was not being diagnosed. So that was tricky. That had to be very, very tricky at that time.
They gave me a medication for lupus, which caused a very toxic reaction. And this caused blood clots in my brain,
Oh god.
which caused me to stroke out. And
So you was in a coma.
I was in a coma after my stroke and after my seizure.
Oh god.
Wow.
And that's when Miller-Keystone quite literally saved my life.
That's
Oh,
good. Because I heard
gosh.
that your mother used to do hosted blood drives for us, right?
My mom was a huge blood donor back in the day. But my family friend, Megan, she was the one who held decided, you know what? I think Sophia really needs blood and we can get people to step up in the Lehigh Valley. And I'm so grateful that she did do that. And people stepped up and they donated blood. And now I'm sitting here alive.
That's good because you know what it is? Shout out to that.
Thank you.
Yeah, we like that.
And because I heard that you need a transfusion every 24 to 48 hours.
Yes.
That's imagine
gosh.
how much transfusion that is a day and how much we're collecting that we need to collect to save people's lives.
No,
That's-
it's true.
people don't realize it's deeper than that.
It's so deep. I remember in high school, I went to Central Catholic and we'd have our blood drives. And I remember going to them and being like, you know what? Okay, cool. We can donate blood. But I didn't realize the impact. It wasn't until years later where you never think it's going to be you in the chair or the person receiving. You're just there to donate blood. And they also had a lot of goodies, baked goods, brownies, cookies. I was like, okay, cool. After we donate blood, we're going to get some sweets.
good snacks.
Exactly. But it's way more than the good
is.
snacks.
It is and that's the thing with many people, especially when we do the drives in high school.
Yes.
Is that they're like, okay, I'm just going to do this for the snacks or whether it's to get the red cord or
No.
to get out of class or whatever the reason is.
Exactly.
And it really does make a big difference. Like me, myself, Miller provided blood for me when I was in a car accident.
my
I was in a
goodness.
coma and that was back in 2001. And Miller provided the blood for me because I had internal bleeding and I was in a coma. I wasn't supposed to make it. So yeah.
Man.
That's deep, see? And you don't realize until you experience it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't realize how serious.
Yeah.
And that's a big commitment for you to come and, to work for Miller, to push.
Yeah. So that's also the reason why I'm here with Miller.
Because you're so
because Miller's blood donations
Yes.
from Miller is what kept me alive because of my injuries and being in a coma and the doctors telling my mother I'm not going to make it.
Yes.
So it was family flying in from England, coming up from New York, Chicago, everyone, because they thought this was it. Yeah. And again, it was the products from Miller. So it is me working here because I wasn't able to give for so long being English and the mad cow disease. It was like, okay, like I want to give back because I would always try and be like, no, you're English, you can't. And just coming to work, it means that so much more than just, okay, I'm going to take this donor, you're going to donate. Like it means a lot more because again, I know the importance like how you know the importance.
And how are you doing now?
I'm doing good. Like, I just had my last surgery in 2021. So, it's 2021. I haven't had any seizures since 2019.
Thank God. Were you on Keppra by any chance? I'm currently on this medication for to prevent seizures called Keppra.
No, I'm on Lamictal.
Okay.
So you had to be on the medication. Did you have seizures before you had lupus? Or
I did not have seizures before I had lupus. No.
So that's what triggered.
And I haven't had a seizure that I know of. However, when I was having my stroke, they saw seizure I guess movements. So it's just precautionary.
So then they give you Keppra is the medication that they'll give you for.
However, I'm going to get an MRI this weekend, and they're going to decide whether I still need to be on it. So I'm fingers crossed.
Oh, well,
I don't think they're going to say no.
They're going to say no.
Like the devil's a liar.
Exactly. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yes, that's good.
So how has lupus changed your life, and what are you doing now?
This has been part 1 of Your Blood, Their Hope's interview with Sofia Groves. Stay tuned, part 2 is coming soon. Your Blood, Their Hope is a production of Miller-Keystone Blood Center. The material and information presented here is for general information purposes only. The views expressed by hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the view of Miller-Keystone Blood Center or any of its officials. The theme music for Your Blood, Their Hope is YKWIM by Harris Heller. For more information, please reach out to us at giveapint.org or at 800-BA-DONOR. That is 800-223-6667.